The rumors may just be coming true in a good way for Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI beneficiaries. Let's get right into it and talk about what I mean by these rumors, and I'll actually discuss some of what your benefits could look like going forward as a result of what is being discussed. But hey everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am back every single day to keep you updated with everything going on and to do anything we possibly can to get additional stimulus checks and or monthly recurring payments or possibly even permanent raises to benefits like Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, and no income. So if you like the sound of that, make sure to subscribe right down below the video. Totally free to do so, and feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Thank you again. I truly appreciate it, and let's talk through this. All right, so about 4 or 5 months ago, I was out in a video and said, hey everyone, look out. I just came across some articles and some headlines talking about a massive raise to all of these beneficiaries going forward in 2022. It was in reference to a 7.2% cost of living adjustment in 2022. Now, about 4 or 5 months ago when I came out with that video, I said, yeah, 7.2%, it's kind of out there. I just can't really foresee this actually happening. So, not really sure where these people are coming up with these numbers, but I just can't really foresee this happening. But let's fast forward now, up to present. So here we are about 4 or 5 months after I released that video, and it's looking like a 7.2% cost of living adjustment isn't exactly all that far off from what we are actually looking at. So here's the thing. The latest report out of the Senior Citizens League is suggesting a 6.2% cost of living adjustment in 2022. So we're really only 1% lower than what these suggestions were about 4 or 5 months ago. So realistically, we're not that far off, and we still have a couple months to go to gather some very important inflation data before we can actually calculate the real cost of living adjustment going into 2022, which will actually be released in October of this year from the Social Security Administration. Now again, I'm not really sure who released these numbers back about 4 or 5 months ago, but whoever did it, clearly they were seeing something as far as inflation goes that obviously I was not seeing at the time. But here we are, and it's honestly looking like, 7.2% actually could be on the table going forward. So with that being said, in just a minute here, I'm going to run through some numbers and show you what your new benefit could look like as a result if we actually happen to get a 7.2% raise. That would be huge. In fact, this would be the biggest raise in nearly 40 years. Huge. Yeah, 40 years. This would be the biggest one. That's huge, right? All right. So let's run through some of these numbers. Now again, I'm going to lay this out, just kind of some round numbers. I'm going to run through some just round numbers here, and it'll get you very close to what your benefit would look like going forward in 2022 as a result of a 7.2% raise. But before we get into it, I just want to say, of course, nothing is official until we get the official announcement out of the Social Security Administration in a matter of just a couple months from now. But we're still waiting for the August and September inflation data before we can calculate the actual numbers that Social Security will release. But I want to give you some numbers anyway, just for something to think about and to kind of get you close to so you can kind of anticipate what you might be looking at in 2022. All right, with that being said, let's run through the numbers. What everybody wants to know, how much, right? That is the key numbers, the key question. How much are we going to get? All right, so here's what we're looking at. If you are getting a $600 monthly benefit, applying a 7.2% cost of living adjustment would result in a $43 raise to your benefits, bringing you from $600 to $643 each and every month. Not bad. Let's look at the next one. $700. If you're getting a $700 monthly benefit, applying a 7.2% cost of living adjustment would give you a $50 per month raise, which would bring you from $700 to $750 each and every month. All right, let's look at an $800 per month benefit. If you're getting $800 each and every month, applying a 7.2% cost of living adjustment would boost your benefits by $57 each and every month, bringing you up to $857 each and every month. Again, not so bad. $57 a month, that's over $600 each and every year. Again, that's pretty nice, right? All right. Next, $900. If you are getting a $900 monthly benefit, applying a 7.2% cost of living adjustment would bring you up by $64 each and every month, up to $964 every single month. Now, let's go into one more example here, and then we can talk through this a little bit further and talk about the dreaded question and the dreaded premiums from Medicare Part B. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. All right, a $1,000 monthly benefit. If you're receiving $1,000, applying a 7.2% cost of living adjustment would bring your new benefit up by $72 up to $1,072 each and every month, which would ultimately be over $800 each and every year. Again, not so bad. All right, now, again, these are just some round numbers to kind of get you close. If you want to run the calculation yourself and just kind of get an idea, if there just so happens to be a 7.2% cost of living adjustment in 2022, you can calculate it this way. Take your monthly benefit and multiply it by 1.072. So, again, your monthly benefit multiplied by 1.072. That is, of course, if there just so happens to be a 7.2% cost of living adjustment in 2022. All right, now, let's talk about the dreaded one. We all know this is coming, but this is where the wild card comes in. We don't know what it's actually going to be. The Medicare Part B premium increase. We have no clue what that's going to be at this time. There hasn't been any preliminary information that I've come across anyway, suggesting what this new premium would be in 2022. But we all know that it's out there, right? We all know that it's lurking in the weeds. We all know that it's coming. We all know that it's not fun when they release the premium adjustment for Medicare Part B. So we do know that they ultimately, they apply the cost of living adjustment, and then they also apply the Medicare Part B premium adjustment, which ultimately takes some of the cost of living. I get it. Everybody mentions this, I totally get it. It is not fun. It is not ideal at all. But unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do about it, right? So this is something that we will continue watching very closely. We have no clue what that adjustment is going to be for Medicare Part B, but we do know that it's out there and ultimately it's going to chip away a little bit at the cost of living. I don't think it's going to adjust high enough to take away the entire cost of living like we saw in 2021, right? We saw a cost of living adjustment in 2021 of 1.3%. Well, after we applied, like a 5 or 6% or something raise to the Medicare Part B premium, it was something big like that. I don't remember the exact percentage. It was like 5 or 6%. It was big. But once we applied that, ultimately, it kind of took away most of the raise from the COLA. Well, I mean, that doesn't really make any sense, right? Yeah, but all of us know that. So hopefully they are a little bit reasonable this year when it comes to the Medicare Part B premiums, and we can actually get a little bit more money each and every month as a result of the COLA, rather than just all being absorbed by the Medicare Part B premium. But either way, I'll continue watching this going forward over the next couple months here. It's going to be very important, but who knew? I mean, seriously, 4 or 5 months ago when I brought you that video, when I brought you that video talking about this 7.2% that was rumored out there, I mean, clearly these people saw something. Clearly they knew what was going down. And I thought there was no way that we'd be looking at a 7.2%. Even at this time, it's not quite 7.2% as far as the projections, but there are some projections very close to that, 6.2% as of recent from the Senior Citizens League. Again, that's only 1% off, right? And a lot could change going forward once we get the inflation data out of August and September. We could be very close to that 7.2%, right? So anyway, I hope this helps you out. I will continue to be here for you each and every day to keep you updated with all of this information, doing whatever we can to be your advocate, to keep you updated with all this stuff as far as Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, and ultimately fourth stimulus check and other stimulus provisions in this massive stimulus package. So I hope this helps you. Make sure to subscribe right down below the video, share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other videos right here on the channel. Thanks again, everyone. I truly appreciate you, and just remember, I'm here to help out in any way that I can. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.